we've seen a number of presentations here today about MiFID II. I would say overall we're really focused on areas in which RegTechs can really help us get ahead of safety and security and resiliency issues overall. So not related to any particular regulation, but in general, how new technologies around machine learning, AI can really help propel the industry forward. Well, I certainly think over the past few years, banks have been more and more proactive in outreach to startups and fostering different types of communities and accelerators to help build out a network and build out the relationships in order to be able to bring them into the bank for when those right use cases come up. So certainly building out the community, coming to events like this really help to bolster the relationship between banks and startups. So what we've heard a lot today, and what's an issue for many banks in the industry, is really the continued use of legacy systems and being able to work with startups in a way where we can, leverage some of the capabilities they have with our data and with our systems, but some of the legacy infrastructure can be an impediment to that at some times. What I would say is that BNY Mellon's investments over the past, few years on big data infrastructure, on new techniques on data analytics, have been able to really help speed up that process and overcome some of those barriers. Well, certainly I think events like this help bring banks and startups together and get people talking in a way and interacting in a way that may not happen in a pure pitch session or may not happen in other arenas. So I think certainly that's one way in which banks and startups have come closer together. Other things that we've worked on is really being engaged in the startup community, in the RegTech community, coming out and mentoring startups as well. This has been beneficial in getting our name out there and helping us connect more with these companies. So I think access to data will really help drive some of these RegTechs forward as they build out their capabilities, especially around RegTechs that are focused on more of the data space. They have a little bit more opportunity to actually put some of the ideas and some of the things that they built out into practice once given access to broader data sets and things like that. So I think certainly there's I've seen the evolution over the past few years from early stage, and now these solutions are more built out. But as some of this stuff goes into production, I think it'll get more and more exciting as we really see these use cases come to life. Well, I think in part it's really the connection between the large financial institutions and the startups that are focusing in the space, and making sure that there's this cross-pollination of both the use cases and the solution that the startups bring to the table. So these are conversations that wouldn't have otherwise happened in an inorganic type setting. So I really feel like events like this help me get a sense of what's out there, and also helps them get a sense of what the banks are really looking for and the use cases they're really looking to solve.